So today was an absolutely amazing day. It was it was unreal. Now, if you live in Canada, should I say Western Canada, Southern Canada, you got a chance to see a total eclipse, a solar eclipse. And they say this thing hasn't happened in 400 years. I got a chance to see it today. Don't even know if I'm going to get a chance to see it again in my lifetime, but it was absolutely amazing. It had a profound effect on me. Most people were excited about it. And then when the sky went black, I'm talking, people were screaming, but I'm telling you, I sat there and I was speechless. I don't know about you. What about you? What did you get from the solar eclipse, and what did you learn from it? What did it cause you to do? Like, what sense of urgency did it kind of, you know, disrupt on the inside of you? I'm really curious to find out and to hear your feedback, because here's what I'm thinking. I was thinking about how some of the most powerful on people on earth, they had to stop in their tracks when this solar eclipse was happening. It didn't matter who you were. It didn't matter how much money you had. You had to stop. And I thought about that, and a scripture came to my mind. The scripture is Psalms 19 verse 4. Psalms 19. You can go to Psalms 19 verse 1, but anyway, Psalm 19, verse 1 says, "The heaven declares the glory of God, and the firmament shows and proclaim his handiwork." It also reference, it also reference Romans 1, verse 20. So I'm going to go right there real quick because this stuff here is amazing. Romans 1, and I'm going to go to verse 20. And here's what it says here. It says, "For ever since the creation of the world, his invisible nature and attributes, that is, his eternal power and divinity, have been made intelligible and clearly discernible in and through the things that have been made." What? In parentheses, Amplified says, his handiwork, so that men are without excuse altogether, without any defense or justification. That means we don't have any excuse. And a lot of people are saying, well, I don't know if I believe in God. I don't know if I believe in this. But, it's strange that there's several times that people call on God. Like if there's something, phenomenal happen, there's something terrestrial happen, some massive disaster taking place. And the first thing is, oh my God. So all of a sudden it's their God now, right? And I'm not here to critique anyone or criticize anyone. I'm not here. I'm not a preacher. I'm none of that. Really, I'm just reading the word. But what I do know is that we all created for purpose, on purpose, with a destiny at the end. Our struggle is that we don't believe that we are created on purpose, for purpose, and we don't believe that we are worthwhile, or we lost our sense of hope, our sense of self, our sense of hope, our sense of worth, or our sense of identity. We have really lost ourselves. And when I sat there and I saw that total eclipse, I was just absolutely in silence. Many people were screaming, and I sat there and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I get a chance to experience this. Like, when on earth would I ever get to experience this in my lifetime? They said there has not been a total eclipse in over almost 400 years. And I'm sitting there like, why me? Why now? My gosh, I was so blown away. And so the purpose of me talking to you about this, yes, I wanted to bring up the total eclipse because that was the conversations today. And that was the viral conversation today. I mean, I have never seen that in my lifetime, that in Canada, one parking spot in Niagara Falls, Ontario was going for $100. Could you imagine that? One parking spot. And it probably only lasts for what? Probably 20, 30 minutes for $100. Hey, listen, I'm here to tell you it happened. I want to thank McMaster University for supplying us with these goggles. So McMaster, much big ups. Thank you so much for sponsoring those. And most people who are not really scientifically inclined, let me just show you something real quick. You see right there, the glare or that orange ball is the sun, and then that gray thing in the center right there is the moon, and then the other thing, the greenish thing, ball, is the earth. So a solar eclipse is when the actual moon goes between the earth and the sun and it blocks out the light that the sun would emit. That's an eclipse, right? And so I was just blown away. And I'm blown away for this one reason, that while all of these things are going on, and just as the scripture says, that ever since the creation, his invisible hand and the attributes of his handiwork basically were made known to us. So we don't have any excuse that he is powerful, that he made the universe. It is he who made us and not we ourselves. So all of this was created long, long ago. And I'm just really in awe. Normally, I'm this guy with this energy, and I'm just like, yeah, 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 man, let's go, let's go. But I had a moment of silence today. I had moments of silence when I wasn't speaking to anyone. When everyone was jumping around, screaming, yelling, like, oh my God, oh my God. I sat there and I was like, I get to see this. Like, what did it do for you? I'm curious to know. Like, what did the total eclipse do for you if you got a chance to see it? Maybe you traveled from miles away just to come to Canada in Niagara Falls so you can see it. I mean, wow, what a spectacular event. I'm still blown away by it. And so I want to take this time out to talk to you. I want to talk to those people who are beating down on themselves. I want to talk to those people who are suffering from anxiety and depression. I want to talk to those people who are sad, who are disappointed, who are frustrated, who feel guilty, who feel fear and a sense of loss. I want to talk to you right now. I want to say one thing to you. Put the gloves down. Put the gloves down and pick up some running shoes. When I mean put the gloves down, I mean stop beating down on yourself. People would say beating up on yourself, almost like an oxymoron. Because when you think about beating, that's a negative, and then up, like uplifting, something positive. So it's oxymoron. So I want you to stop beating down on yourself. And most people wonder why they can't move forward in life. It's because you're beating down on yourself. I want you to think of yourself beating a nail down in the ground. It doesn't move. But one of the first steps to stop beating down on yourself and to change your situation is to put the gloves down and stop being that other fighter that's fighting you. Stop beating yourself down. Let go of the past. Cling on to the present and heal yourself in the present, because it will give you hope for the future, which you may or may not see. Now, most people don't know who I am. My name is Andrew E. Guy. I'm a work-life enrichment coach and consultant. I'm also a registered psychotherapist qualifying in Ontario, Canada. And my focus is mental health, resiliency with a CBT lens. And my goal is to help those who are depressed, struggling with fear, those individuals who struggle with anxiety, who are scared about what's going to happen tomorrow, but they don't even know if they're going to see tomorrow, who are depressed because of what happened yesterday, but they've moved away from yesterday and they're living in today. I want to encourage you. I want to let you know, stop the beating, stop the bleeding, pick up your running shoes and start moving. Stop the beating, stop the bleeding, pick up your running shoes so we can start moving. The greater part of you is inside of you, but you need to heal you so you can experience a better version of you. Leave a comment, share this video, save it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.